Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm Prince Amari, and in this video, we're going to talk about the 4 phases of dating skill development. So the number one reason anyone is single is because they're trying to have a level 25 relationship with level 3 dating skills. All right. And level 25 is our ideal of the perfect relationship that no one's relationship actually measures up to. Like it doesn't exist. There is no level 25. There are actually only 12 levels altogether. And you really only need to be at about level 7 to have the confidence and competence of an effective dater. So if you want to find out your dating skill level, click the link in my bio. In the description, depending on where you're looking at this video, my bio, the video description, etc., etc. Click the link to take the dating skills quiz to find out your current dating skill level. Now, the 12 levels are grouped into 3 levels each and 4 phases, and we're going to talk about each phase so you can quickly grasp what it means if you're in a phase, how you know if you're there, your biggest obstacle in that phase, and then what you need to do to get to the next level, the next phase of dating skills. And so first things first, you can be at any level and find love, even if you're at level 1 dating skills. Your dating skills don't prevent you from having a healthy relationship. It's just a lot harder to do it intentionally. Like you're going to struggle a bit more if your skills aren't adequate enough yet, right? And so it's kind of like riding a bike. When you first learned, you got on the bike and then you fell over to one side, you got back on, you fell over, you didn't know how to keep your balance yet. You couldn't stand on the handlebars. You definitely couldn't have somebody else on the bike and trail them on the bike, right? Because your skills just weren't that progressed yet. But with dating skills, again, you can still find love no matter what level you're on, but it's a lot easier the better your skills are. So let's look at the first phase. This is what I call the dating novice, and this is going to be levels 1, 2, and 3. So if you are in this phase, you know it because you just don't know what you don't know, right? Maybe you don't have a lot of dating experience. Maybe you've never been in a relationship. Maybe you've never read anything on dating or relationships. You just don't know what you don't know, but you are optimistic, perhaps, optimistically uninformed about the process, or pessimistically uninformed. Like we can always have expectations that don't actually put us in a great starting place for relationships. And so the biggest obstacle here is our own ignorance of the process. Again, we just don't know what we don't know. And you can think of this as unconscious incompetence. I don't know, unconscious, what I don't know, right? And so the way that we go to the next phase, what we need to do here is learn as much as we can about love, about dating, about relationships, read all the books we can read, take classes, watch master courses, master classes, go to workshops, right? Do everything that we can to give ourselves that foundational base of understanding of what love is, how to date effectively, how to create an effective profile, like all those different things, because knowledge is then going to help us to take steps a lot more confidently, even if we aren't yet practiced in those steps. So that's the first phase. The second phase is what we call the romantic apprentice, and this is going to be dating skill levels 4 through 6. This phase is characterized by a lot of emotional avoidance. So you can think about it as I've been through some things and it hasn't worked, but I don't necessarily know what I'm doing wrong, or I do know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. So you can think of this as conscious incompetence, meaning I know that I don't know some stuff, right? And the best way to get through this phase is to really learn how to develop our capacity for emotional management. Because what we tend to do here, we go through a breakup, we experience some heartbreak, romantic trauma, anything like that. And it can make us want to avoid the discomfort that we feel when things don't work out the way that we wanted them to. And that avoidance of discomfort actually creates another problem, because if we don't allow ourselves to feel our feelings, but a healthy relationship requires us to have a healthy emotional connection, we are immediately cutting ourselves off from being able to connect in a healthy way with a new partner. So getting a coach, going through therapy, doing whatever we can to really create a safe space for us to process those emotions and develop better emotional management skills is really key in this phase. Okay, so phase 3 is what we call the love alchemist. And this is going to be level 7 through 9. And again, you only need to be at level 7 to really have the confidence and competence of an effective dater. And this is the phase where you know what to do, you know how to do it well, and it works as long as you work it. Okay, the biggest obstacle here is going to be overconfidence. Sometimes we're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. And then we might make some careless mistakes because ego can get in the way. So we want to really be mindful of staying in practice and continuing to develop our skills. And that is how we get to that next phase, which is what we call the romantic master or the relationship master. And so these levels are 10 through 12, and you don't even need to get here. Like, it's not required to be here. You often find this, excuse me. You often find these levels with like relationship coaches or therapists, like people who really put in the work to understand relationships on a more meta level to be able to help other people progress. And so for most people, like, you don't even need to worry about this, but the biggest issue here is complacency. Like, we can get to a place where we actually do know what we know. We've been in long-term relationships for a long time. We've been helping people for a long time. We see a lot of results in the lives that we impact, and our skills are what they are, but we don't continually invest or reinvest in learning new things. And so that complacency can make what we do know obsolete potentially. So for example, dating apps didn't exist 20, 30 years ago in the way that they do now. And if we're still giving people dating advice and not including dating apps, then we might be missing some very key details. So those are the 4 levels. Dating novice is levels 1 through 3. Romantic apprentice is level 4 through 6. The love alchemist is 7 through 9. And then the relationship master is 10 through 12. And again, the #1 reason anybody is single is because they're trying to have a level 25 relationship, unrealistic, with level 3 dating skills. So find out your dating skill level at the link wherever you find it in my bio below this video to take the dating skills quiz. And I'll see you soon. Sending you love, peace, and glitter.